Good morning student, I Purnima welcome you to my class, and today I am going to do the poem Animals. And it is written by Walt Whitman. So let me tell you something about the author first, then I will be doing the background of the poem, and finally children I will be telling you about the explanation. We will discuss the explanation, some new difficult word and difficult expression. So let's start with the poet. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist and journalist. So children, let me tell you about the poet. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist and journalist. He was born on 31st May 1819 in New York. He died on 26 March 1892. Leaves of Grass, O Captain, My Captain, and Song of Myself. So Leaves of Grass, O Captain, My Captain, and Song of Myself are some of his great work. The present poem Animals, written in free verse, is one of the poems published in Leaves of Grass. So this is all about the poet. Okay, and now children I will be telling you about the poem. We will discuss the poem then, and then the central idea of the poem and style of the poem will be discussed. So the poet Walt Whitman tells frankly that he feels more comfortable and at home with animals rather than his fellow human being. That means he is more free with animals rather than with his friends. He has lost so much faith in the race of man that he wants to turn and change his position with animals. Human beings have become mad running after material possession. They are bundled of complication, contradictions and confusion. Their conscience is not clear, and so they suffer from nightmare and weep for their sin. Animals, on the other hand, are calm, self-contained and contented. They don't run after material things, after their food. They don't need to worship God, as they never suffer from any sense of guilt or sin. Ancestors of human beings shared this token of love and understanding in the remote past. Unfortunately, humans have lost their virtues and tokens of love and understanding completely forever. So children, now I am going to discuss the poem point wise. So my first point is comfortable with animal. Comfortable with animals. So the poet wishes that he would switch over his loyalty and faith from human being to animals. He wants to live with them as if he is more comfortable in their company. Animal appears to be very peaceful, independent, self-sufficient and self-contained. He is fascinated by them. He stands and looks at them for a long time. Now, second point, animal don't sweat and whine. So my second point is animals don't sweat and whine. This is my second point of this poem. Human beings are never satisfied with their condition. They are always demanding. Animals never worry themselves about their condition, nor do they ever complain. They have a clear conscience. They enjoy a sound sleep at night. They never have to weep for their sin. On the other hand, humans suffer from a guilty conscience. Their misdeed trouble their soul, and they never enjoy a sound sleep or deep sleep at night. They weep over their sin and misdeeds, shed tears on them at night. Human beings pretend to show their love, faith, and duty to God. Such pretentious and false worship make the poet say, animals never do such pretensions, they never display their love and duty to God. Actually, such issues are meaningless to them. Okay, so they never display their love and duty to God. Actually, their issues are meaningless to them. Now, my third important point of this poem is animals don't suffer from mania of owing things. So, third point is animals don't suffer from mania. Animals don't suffer from mania of owing thing. So children, these animals they don't suffer from mania to owe the thing. The poet doesn't find even a single animal that may appear to be dissatisfied. There is no animal which suffer from the madness of possessing things. On the other hand, humans are never satisfied. They are competing with one another in the mad race for material possessions. No response for ancestor. So children, so my fourth point is no respect for ancestor. No respect for ancestor. No animal shows respect by kneeling down to other animals, nor do they show any respect to the ancestors of their race. These are the pretension of human beings and not that of animals. No one is responsible or happy over the whole earth for them. So children, this is all. And the last point of the poem is poet accepts animal. Poet accepts animal. Animals are straightforward, they show their relation to the poet. The poet responds to them positively. He accepts them as they are. They have retained all those virtues which the ancestor of the human race shared with them in the past. Animals show those tokens still in their possession. So, unfortunately, human had lost those virtues much earlier. So, human being children have lost their virtues much earlier. The poet wonders how animal still retains them. So, children, these were all the important points and the explanation of the lesson. Now, I will be telling you the main point of the poem. That is, once again, I'm going to discuss the main point. The poet feels more comfortable and at home with animals. He doesn't feel comfortable with human beings. He wants to move away from human being and live with animals. Animals are calm and contented. They never weep over their miserable condition as humans do. They never worship God and weep for their sin. They don't suffer from the mania or madness of owning and possessing things, they don't fall down on knees to show respect to others. Thousands of years ago, ancestor of human being possessed the qualities of love and kindness. Men have lost their tokens of love, but animals still retain them. Human beings are confused, greedy, and overambitious, while animals are not. So, children, these were the main points of the lesson, and now uh, I'm going to explain the central idea of the poem. The poet Walt Whitman tells frankly that he feels more comfortable and at home with animals rather than his fellow human being. He has lost so much faith in the race of a man that he wants to turn and change his positions with animals. Human beings have become mad running after material possession. They are bundle of complication, contradictions, and confusion. Their consequence is not clear, and so they suffer from nightmares and weep for their sin. Animals, on the other hand, are calm, self-contained, and contented. They don't run after material things other than food. They don't need to worship God, as they never suffer from any sense of guilt or sin. Ancestors of human beings shared those tokens of love and understanding in the remote past. Unfortunately, humans have lost those virtues and tokens of love and understanding completely forever. So with this, children, I have told the central idea of the poem. Okay, and then I will be describing the poem stanza wise. So let's start. So students, I will discuss you the main points of the poem, and then I will discuss you stanza wise. So once again, the main points of the poem. The poet feels more comfortable and at home with animals. So here, children, the poet is more comfortable with animals rather than human beings. He doesn't feel comfortable with human beings. He wants to move away from human being and live with animal. Animals are calm and contented. They never weep over their miserable condition as humans do. They never worship God and weep for their sin. They don't suffer from the mania or madness of owning and possessing things. They don't fall down on knees to show respect to others. Thousands of years ago, ancestors of human beings possessed the qualities of love and kindness. Men have lost their token of love, but animals still retain them. Human beings are confused, greedy, and overambitious, while animals are not. So children, this is the thing, and now I will be reading the poem first. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-content. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and weep about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep in their sin. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. No one is dissatisfied, no one is demented with the mania of owning things. No one kneel to another, not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. No one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge time ago and negligently drop them? So children, now I will be doing the explanation of stanza 1 Till stanza 5. So this animal is written by Walt Whitman, the American poet, essayist and journalist. Let's see what he is written, what he is saying to us. So student, stanza 1, page 83. I think I could turn and live with animals. So children, here the poet wants to change place. He wants to convert it to an animal from a human being, as he wanted to live with animals. So they are placid and self-contained. Placid is calm, and self-contained is self-satisfied. So placid is placid means calm. And what is the next word? Self-contained. Self-satisfied. Okay, plastic is calmed, and so the poet wants to change places. He wants to live with animal. He wants to convert it to an animal first. Okay, and he wants to, as he wants to live with human beings. So children, animals are so calm and self-satisfied, and that's why he wants to live with animal and not with human being. He is so much impressed with animal that he stands and goes on looking at them for a longer period of time. So continuously he looks animal because he loves them. He wants to live with them. In fact, children, he goes to the limit. He wanted to say that he wanted to change himself into an animal because he loves animal. He knows they are very innocent, pure-hearted person without harming anyone. Stanza 2. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Whine is complaint and crying. Sweat is work hard. So sweat is, this is stanza 2. Sweat is to work very hard. To work very hard. And children, whine. Complains and or crying. Animals never sweat unnecessary, nor do they cry over their condition. They enjoy full sleep at night. So these animals, they enjoy full sleep at night. Their conscience is clear. They don't weep over their sin, keeping awake the whole night. They don't make anyone sick by discussing their duty to God. So now children, animals never sweat unnecessarily, nor do they cry over their miserable condition. So these animals, they never cried over their miserable conditions. They enjoy full sleep at night. Their conscience is clear. They don't weep over their sins, keeping awake the whole night. Okay. They don't make anyone sick by discussing their duties to God. So children, these animals, they don't feel miserable at their condition. They have a sound sleep at night. They never weep over their sin. Animals don't make other sick, discussing their duty to God. So children, that's why he loves animal and he wants to live with them. Okay, now stanza 3. No one is dissatisfied, no one is demented with the mania of owing things. No one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. No one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So, demented is mentally sick. No one is mentally sick. All the animals are satisfied with their lot. Okay, children, mania means madness. Demented is mentally sick and mania means madness. So now I am going to explain. Okay, all animals are satisfied with their lot. No one is dissatisfied. No animal has the mania of collecting things. Mania means craziness, madness. Animal doesn't want to have any material possession. They want to love, peace. They want to have peace in their life. So animal don't get mad in the race of owing things like humans. They don't kneel down to show respect to others or to those who were born thousands of years ago. No animal considers himself more respectable than others, like human beings. It is a human being who consider themselves more respectable. So no, it is not in the case of animal. Okay. Nor can you find any animal on this whole earth who is unhappy over his heart. And children, animals, they are looks very satisfied. In fact, they never are sad because they don't think unnecessarily things. They don't want to have tension unnecessarily. So they are much happy and satisfied with us. And this is what the poet likes. That's why animal never remains dissatisfied and demented. They don't suffer from the mania of owing things. So first thing, children, human beings are running after material possession, which animals don't want to have. They are happy whatever they want. Live in the cave, they don't want to have house. Okay, they don't want to have anything luxurious item like refrigerator, TV. They are satisfied whatever they are having. No animal needs to another. Animals don't suffer from inflated ego like human being. Now is stanza 4. So they show their relation to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They invite them plainly in the possession. So now children, I would like to write few word meanings here. Now I would like to write the word meaning. So token means symbol and evince means show. So token here means symbol, evince here means show. Okay, evince means here show. So animal keep on showing and cementing their relationship to the poet. The poet accept those relations with them happily. They provide all token of noble virtues that are present in the poet. They show that they possess all these virtues in plenty. So once again I repeat, they provide all tokens of noble virtues that are present in the poet. They shows that they possess all these virtues in plenty. So children, now some important point, they show their relation and he accept them, the poet accept them. Then the poet accept their love and relationship. See, they children, they bring me token of myself, mean please write it. They bring out those noble virtues that are present in the poet. So they bring those noble virtues that are present in the poet, and then the evince those virtues plainly in their position. Evince means to show. Now children, stanza 5. So what is stanza 5? I wonder where they got those tokens. Did I pass that way used times ago and negligently dropped them? So token is symbols. Token means symbols. Okay. And used times ago means long ago. Long ago. Used time ago means long ago. And negligently means carelessly. The poet wonders from where animal got those noble virtues. The poet wonders from where animals got those noble virtues and token of love. The path of noble virtues which animals are still following even now, human and the poet himself had left negligently long ago. So the poet wonders from where animals have got those noble virtues and token of love. In fact, he believed that he received from them only. Those tokens mean noble virtues. Human have lost all those tokens of noble virtues, and children, negligently human being lost their path leading to those noble virtues long ago. So these were some of the important points, and which were and the explanation of all the 5 stanza. Okay, so student, with this I complete the explanation of this stanza, and now I will be telling about the style of the poem. This is very important. Like the best poetry of Walt Whitman, the poem Animal is also written in irregular verse. So you have to note it down. It is written in irregular verse or the blank verse. The poem reflects Whitman animism. It is the spirit of animal that is meant to reflect the truth in humanity. He respects animal because they have retained those values and token which humans seem to have already lost. And children, central idea, the poet Walt Whitman tells frankly that he feels more comfortable and at home with animals rather than his fellow human beings. He has lost so much faith in the race of man that he wants to turn and change his position with an animal. Human beings have become mad running after material possession. They are a bundle of complication according to the poet, contradiction and confusion. Their conscience is calm, self-contained and contented. They don't run after material things other than food. They don't need to worship God, as they never suffer from any sense of guilt or sin. Ancestor of human beings shared those tokens of love and understanding in the remote past. Unfortunately, humans have lost those virtues and tokens of love and understanding completely forever. So this is all important points in the poem, and with Okay, so now I want to share the message of the poem, children. What is the message of this poem, which is written by Walt Whitman, and what does he want to tell to the reader through this poem? So there is nothing great about being human. What he wanted to say through this poem and what he wanted to give the message is that there is nothing great about being human. They have degraded themselves to the extent that animals appear to be noble and superior than human beings. In other comparison, no doubt human did possess those tokens of love, innocence, simplicity, contentment and independence, but they have given up such tokens long ago. Animals still share those noble virtues and appears to be nobler than human. Now children, I just want to tell you once again what are these tokens and how animals have maintained them while humans have left them long time ago. So the poet says that animals bring to him the token of love and tokens of himself. Actually, these tokens stand for all that is good in behaving and mutual relationship. These are the tokens of love, sympathy, contentment, honesty and innocence. There was a time when both animals as well as humans possessed those tokens of noble virtues, but then humans degraded themselves while animals continued walking on the road, leading to those tokens of noble virtues. Humans were led astray and followed the wrong path of life. They gave up contentment, innocence, simplicity and love, dissatisfaction, unrest, burden of sin and misdeed, greeds, over-ambition and arrogance overpowered human. Sadly enough, humans have left the virtuous path of life. On the other hand, animals have not corrupted and degraded themselves to that extent. Their tokens of virtuous living reminds the poet that he must arouse those lost values again. For this he will have to change sides and join the word of animal. So student, you can see that how nicely the poet is telling that he has lost faith in human being. Rather he would like to live with animals. In fact, he want to change himself with an animal so that he can enjoy his life of satisfaction. He is much satisfied in the company of animal because they are not running after their material possession. They are sincere, they honest, and first of all they don't do backbiting, leg pulling, they don't hurt each other. Okay, they lead a simple and innocent life. So with this I conclude my video, and we have finished this poem also. So children, with this poem our syllabus is completed. So thank you and have a nice day. And children, the main thing is that you should read the poem. I've already explained the difficult expression, the main word meaning, the message, the central idea. You must also try to read and reread it, because this time MCQ question is coming and you have to thoroughly prepare your poem or lessons. So with this I conclude. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.